What's going on, YouTube? Come back at you with another video. So by now, pretty sure everybody out there has seen JOJO Capone and MC8 having a little issue in regards to whether or not MC8 testified or quote unquote snitched in regards to Chicago legend Nate Hill's court case. So recently there was some quote unquote paperwork that was presented that apparently was supposed to show that MC8's name was not in the paperwork and that he did not snitch. JOJO Capone posting on his Instagram, it looks like a comment from one of Nate Hill's children in regards to the person who posted this quote unquote paperwork. So I'm gonna show you what JOJO got up. Before I do, if you haven't already followed me on Instagram, at Hip Hop Classics Daily, all one word, please take a second to do so. So this is in JOJO Capone's stories. Starts right here. It says, guys, please let JOJO know that the video with the guy trying to dispute facts with an old case is way off. He is using an appeal case from the 7th Circuit Court of Appeal. The guy on video tried to say that JOJO is clout chasing for fame due to Lisa Ray, Bernie Mac, and MC8 names not being listed in that opinion. He looks foolish. First off, you wouldn't see all of that in the opinion. If they did testify, it would most likely be in the exhibits. Secondly, Lisa Ray and Bernie Mac did not provide any testimony. Thirdly, as stated in the book, in the government's discovery was MC8's grand jury testimony and trial testimony against my cousin Rodney Ellis. This means one would look to the original case for answers, not the appeal, so he looks like a goofy. DA's original case number is blank with the Northern District of Illinois. Attached, you can see a screenshot of the docket sheet for every one of the defendants under my father's case number. Rodney's name is listed, as my father stated, as part of the case. Some people were arrested, captured before my father, but all rulings are listed on his docket because he was the main defendant against the United States. As you can see from a picture, the request from earlier defendants to have names of government informants and witnesses was denied. The judge decided to keep those names sealed as requested by the government. We would not see what MC8 said unless my father's attorney goes to court to request those documents be unsealed, which has been tried but to no avail. Also, all pre-sentence and pretrial investigations reports were also sealed. This investigation, also known as a pre-file investigation, examines a person who is suspected of committing a crime before charges have been officially filed, essentially from informants and witnesses to help build their case to get an indictment filed. Grand jury documents and other things have been sealed to protect government's lies and witnesses. Yes, court records are usually public information, but when you have a high-profile case that is loaded with misconduct on behalf of the government to get their man, things become sealed. Anyone can say, check the public records, but you can't see everything, and certain informants know that. I would also like to say we don't care about MC8's testimony. He said what he said, and my father will call JOJO on Wednesday to bring the truth to life since people are interested. My father has the reputation on the street of being one of the biggest bosses of all time from Chicago and has no need to lie about a rapper who can't do anything to or for him. People are interested, and since his kids are getting hate messages, he will call them, since his kids are getting hate messages, he will call to back them up. He ultimately could care less about MC8 because his testimony was not that of which got him life. He was a small contributing factor to the case. There were other members of our family that saw MC8 on the stand that will come forward as well. As you can see in the attached document, my father had witnesses sleeping with federal agents. He had the judge's son trying to get a job with the very people that were trying to put him in prison for life. My father does not want to cause a divide between people, and this is not about a beef with a rapper. Out of respect for my father, out of respect for who my father is in the streets, people need to respect his wish of uplifting the black community. And Vito is setting up to get my father an attorney to get out of prison for a corrupt case instead of calling his kids liars. My father is about black empowerment and helping our own development. He is way past the small-time rapper who opened his mouth when he should have stayed quiet, but understands that people did what they had to do to go home. He had family members that gave permission to say what they needed in order to go home. That is the type of man he is. He had 13 kids of his own that he cares deeply for and trusts that God will one day see him through the hardship. He saw to it that others had freedom over him. He was not fully innocent, but the man has done his time and should be home to see his bloodline grow. There was much corruption by the U.S. government that led to his demise. So I'm going to be honest with you. When I saw the paperwork that was being alleged to be the proof that MCA did not snitch, I kind of laughed. I personally went instantly, as soon as I learned about this MC8 situation, I went on the federal case locator, the PACER system. I looked up Nate Hill's case. I even said it in one of the videos, if you go back, that I wanted to bring you guys the paperwork, but the majority of the case was sealed, and there was literally tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of pages of documents to go through. So whatever was pulled up online, that was not all of Nate Hill's paperwork. Again, there's tons and tons and tons of paperwork, and clearly there is a misrepresentation as to what's going on in regards to the paperwork. I'm not saying MC8 snitched or he didn't. I'm just saying that I know for a fact that there's a lot more paperwork in regards to this case. So it'll be interesting to see what Nate Hill himself says when he is supposedly going to be calling JOJO Capone. Another thing I found very interesting about what this person is saying, and again, this is apparently one of Nate Hill's children, in regards to the case, it says right here, he ultimately could care less about what MC8 because his testimony was not that of which got him life. He was a small contributing factor to the case. Nobody out there that I saw was saying that MC8 was the reason that Nate Hill got life. I never saw JOJO Capone say that once, that MC8 was the reason. He said multiple times from my memory that, again, MC8 was only a small contributing factor, but at the end of the day, his testimony was not used to help Nate Hill, it was used to hurt him. So that's why JOJO Capone was saying what he was saying about MC8. It's a crazy situation. I'm wondering what people out there think. Definitely leave some feedback in the comments. Hit the like, subscribe, share. Make sure you ring the notification bell if you're subscribed so you get updates on future videos I do when they drop. Please take 1 second too to click the link I'm going to pin as the top comment. It's going to take you to a dope artist out there trying to get his YouTube channel monetized. He's almost there. Please click the link and subscribe. Cost you absolutely nothing. Appreciate you watching though. Peace.